We will comb up and out. Drop the hair down to see where we want it to start. So we are going to go shorter than this. Go. That's going to start. That's going to fall down. So if I grab that just to show you, down to our layers here, down to our movement on here. So when we look at the perimeter length, we're still an inch or so away from the perimeter, which is fine. Because if we need to connect this or soften this, we just resection, comb this back up to 90 degrees, and soften like we are like. So there's the connection point if you need it. Clean that section up once more. So up, out slightly, round. So the blades pointing up. So when we cut, it's going to fall down. Layers will be moved away from the face and not tucking under. When we get to this point here, our fingers aren't that long. I wish I had long fingers, but I don't. So we have to just re-establish the section. Find that guide. So again, we're walking our fingers back, creating texture, creating movement, creating softness in that layering pattern which sits around the face. That will fall down to our perimeter, fall down into the length. We will go through and just soften this a little bit, and we have that beautiful movement of that shag technique moving around the edges.
So cool.
Okay. So to re-establish that, we want to go through and just soften that perimeter. As I mentioned, we might need to when we do. I'm going to grab this area here. Just come up and just detail those corners. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, let's do the other side and then we'll double check it. Any questions, guys, on anything we've covered so far?
When you did your internal top section, or top, when you started your layering at the very top with the two triangles, and then you moved to the, I guess, your right hand side to start on her frame, did you bring any of those top layers, like as a traveling guide to your front, or did you do that separately and then you'll go back and kind of
disconnected?
It's disconnected. Okay.
The disconnection allows for the variation in the length.
Awesome. Okay. Because the disconnection is really what makes it like a really good shag.
Because we still want that weight around the front, and we are going to go through and just detail. See, I haven't cut into this. I've cut into this corner, but not this corner. So this one still needs to be cut into. But just all of that good movement, that nice heavy layers around that top, for that structure into that softer perimeter.
She has perfect hair.
I know she has the perfect hair.
It worked out really well. We're really glad you didn't try and back out.
Oh, no, it was a matter of texting me whether I wanted to do it or not. The first initial.
Oh, powered through after you sent it.
I was like, I gotta prepare myself.
Yeah.
And then he sent the.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
And then he sent the pictures. I was like, oh, that's pretty.
Yes.
I'm going to just soften these areas. So
Mhm.
again, just take a little section there, come forward, blades making sure they're pointing up and out, and just walk the fingers back.
It'll be our walking billboard. Yeah.
I think I've had the same hairstyle for over 15 years.
Oh wow.
That's
Good change.
Wow.
This is so good.
This is definitely
Well, this is the way to do it.
Just longer. It's just longer.
You hold this.
Watch in a year,
You
everyone
can
is
literally
gonna be
wash
showing
and
us
go.
what they're
I mean, the texture feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right product,
That's
you don't even have to
really
fuss with that.
Uh-huh.
Because it's laying beautifully.
And he did good in the back too. He kept a lot of that density, so it's not going to be a total pain to go out.
Yeah. Okay, fringe, fringe, fringe. I think I'm just going to leave it. That's great.
Just like that though, only like that. Well, please.
So I'm going to do a little bit of a cute little fringe now. Again, because of the hairlines, because of the jumps in the front through here, that movement, I want a fringe where we can brush it back and forward and have that versatility to it as well. Okay, I want to maintain that sort of strong structural shape. So we're going to work to the natural parting. I'm going to comb it across. I'm going to work to the face itself. And again, point cut from the underneath. Working a nice choppy texture. And scoop into the side.